Hello, class, and happy Thursday! Today is April 16th. Let's begin. We are reading Out of My Mind again today, and we will continue with I'll Make a Man Out of You from the movie Mulan. I'm so excited for the new movie to come out. I cannot wait. I'm excited for a whole bunch of different reasons. I think it's one of the few action movies, or like the live action movies that's coming out on Disney that's actually going to be worth watching because, although I liked Aladdin, because it actually has a lot of action scenes in it that will hopefully be a lot better with not cartoon characters. Last thing before we dive deep into this is I want to share some irony. So I went to 8 years of all-girls school. So that means there were no boys in any of my classes for 8 years of my life. That was high school and college. And so we used to sing at both those schools. We used to sing a song all the time because it was ironic. So I'll Make a Man Out of You is something that's ironic to sing at an all-girls school because there's no way to make a man out of anyone because we're all women. So that is my little share of irony to kind of prepare us for this today. Let's begin. If that didn't make any sense, oh well, it was a good effort. So we're starting with chapters 6 and 7, which I've already recorded, so I'll be posting those on my Wiser Me page. You need to make sure that you're answering these questions for chapters 6 and 7 as I go along. So who is Mrs. V? Why is she important to Melody? How is she different than her teachers at school? How does Mrs. V give Melody words? Chapter 7, how does Mrs. Tracy help Melody? And is Mrs. Billups a good teacher? So yesterday's answers are above. Mrs. Hyatt is their kindergarten teacher. She loves the big snowman. Ashley is younger. She's in a wheelchair. She always has matching outfits. Melody says she's like a supermodel. Carl is huge. He's good with moving chair. He talks in short sentences. Maria is cheering, excited. She's a big hugger. She has a great emotional intelligence. She knows how other people are feeling. Willie Williams loves baseball, knows a lot of facts about it. Jill uses a walker. She drags her foot. She cries a lot. She seems sad. She's the one that was in the car accident. Freddie says Freddie go vroom quite a bit. He is enthusiastic and energetic. Gloria is a rocker, and she stays in her corner kind of isolated. So obviously your word choices for these character traits might not exactly match mine, but hopefully you understood those characters enough to write down some features of their personality. Is that all that there was there? Yeah. So we have another personal challenge. This personal challenge is not due to me until Monday. So for 24 hours, you are not allowed to use the stairs. You are not allowed to go up a curb without using a ramp. You are not allowed to go up ladders. If you must go up and down the stairs at your home, make a note of it and do so without your feet touching the steps, crawling on your behind. So what limitations does a wheelchair give you? How, even if unlike Melody, you could communicate, how would your life change? If you are in a wheelchair, which doesn't describe anyone in our class, describe how this has affected your life or what you wish people would know about you being in a wheelchair. You can also do this if you've ever been in a wheelchair. You can write about your experiences being in a wheelchair and how people treated you differently or what limitations that had on your life. Either way, make sure that's submitted to me. Well, you don't have to submit it, but make sure that it's done in your Ultimate Language notebook by Monday. Awesome. Okay, so let's get back to work. Today we are doing The Colors of the Wind not by Pocahontas, by one of my favorite composers, and it is from the movie Pocahontas. So we're reviewing our concepts that we've talked about all year long through Disney songs. Let's get to it. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be How I Make a Man Out of You. I even did the whole irony thing. Okay, so quick change. We're going to do Pocahontas today. We're going to come back and do Make a Man Out of You on Monday because I'm not happy with myself that I switched it up accidentally. Must have gotten confused in my long-term planning. So skip ahead. We're not doing Make a Man Out of You. We are skipping that song for now, and we're doing Colors of the Wind. So just as usual, like we've been doing all week, make sure that you pause this video, you go watch the Colors of the Wind video that I'm now going to post on my Wiser Me page and switch that. Following along after the Mulan page, on this page, following along with your pencil, following along with your finger, and then making sure that you circle words that are good examples of word choice, circling words, highlighting them, gel pens, whatever. Things that you do not understand in the song, and also drawing a picture that indicates the story that's happening in just this song. Just like all of our other Disney musical manias, I know that you are probably aware of this song, and I also know that you probably are watching the video, so it's not, so you know what's happening. But what I want you to do is show what's happening just using the words. So kind of recap it, get the main idea of that song in your picture. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is writing a nature haiku. And when we talked about Japan a while back, we talked a lot about haikus. So the moral of this song, or the message the author is giving the listener or reader, is to enjoy and appreciate nature. One type of poem that is famous for celebrating nature is the haiku. Write a haiku about the nature described in this song. In a haiku, the first line has 5 syllables, the second line has 7 syllables, and the third line has 5 syllables. So, frogs swim in the lake. Water falls swiftly down river. Reflection in lake. So that's my haiku poem that I wrote. You can write one. Now you'll notice there's a lot of lines there. Remember, each word in a haiku poem should be high punch. I always like to say to my class, you should feel like a haiku punches you in the face, that it really gets the message across and doesn't leave anything to the imagination. So use that extra space to brainstorm and make sure that you're picking the best words that really will punch in and get this song through to the reader. So next we have our comprehension. So make sure that if you don't have your Ultimate Language book home, that you are following along with me and you're watching that video and you're answering this on a square sheet of paper. If you do have your book at home, please make sure that you pause and that you come back and you make sure you pause, answer the questions, come back, and check. So number 1 says, which of the following could replace the phrase, you think I'm an ignorant savage, without changing the meaning of the song? A, you think that I'm barbaric and unintelligent. B, you admire my courage and personality. C, you think you're smarter than me. Or D, you can't appreciate nature for its natural beauty. Okay, number 2, what is the moral of this song, or the lesson that we should learn from listening to this song? Number 3, which of the following is not a belief held by Pocahontas, the singer of the song? A, we are all connected to each other. B, everything in the world has a spirit. C, the natural world is a beautiful place. Or D, the earth is a dead thing that needs to be claimed. Number 4, when Pocahontas says, can you paint with all the colors of the wind, what does she most likely mean? And by the way, this is a great example of a metaphor because it's a comparison without using like or as. A, can you appreciate the natural beauty around you? B, can you take in all the natural ingredients in the wind to paint a picture? C, we need wind to survive. Or D, the wind that connects us to each other. 5, Pocahontas is most likely trying to convince the listener of the song to A, accomplish more things in their life. B, pay more attention so they can learn more things about the plants and animals around them. C, understand the point of view of people who are different than themselves. Or D, travel more. So make sure you're pausing, answering those questions, and come back for those answers in the answer key. So this answer key is number 1A. Number 2, something about respecting others who are different than us and protecting natural resources. 3 is D, 4 is A, and 5 is C. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful, safe, and socially distant weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Please feel free to contact me, reach out to me. I am here to help you. Bye!